I call upon Dr. Miriam Joseph. She is a consultant FICO and refractive surgeon at Arya Eye Hospital. She will be talking about FICO preparation.
Good afternoon. So I'll give you a small overview of how to clear FICO. So let's see what's International Council of Ophthalmology in brief. ICO is an organization which has its headquarters in Geneva, Switzerland. The goal of this organization is to standardize the quality of ophthalmic care across the globe. ICO exams are conducted worldwide to help ophthalmologists evaluate their knowledge of basic and clinical sciences. ICO also offers fellowships designed to support young ophthalmologists to improve their clinical skills. They can do this by visiting and observing experts at various top institutions across the globe. So the examination structure, ICO is conducted in parts. There are standard exams and then the final is the advanced 115 exam. So standard exams, there are 3 parts. Part A is visual sciences. Part B, optics, refraction and instruments. Part C is clinical ophthalmology. All these exams are conducted twice a year, usually in March and October. Like Dr. Chaitanya already said, clearing the standard exams, that is part A, B and C, will allow you to bypass the first 2 parts of the FRCS Glasgow examination and directly apply for the clinical FRCS Glasgow exam. So how do you plan the exams? So part A is visual science and part B is optics, refraction and instruments. You have the option of combining these 2. You can do this on the same day as separate exams. So part A, part B, and after that you go for the clinical ophthalmology part C examination. So after you clear the standard exams, you can go to the advanced and after passing the advanced exam, you will get the post-nominal of FICO. You need to give them a proof of passing the local face-to-face ophthalmology examination, that is either DO, MS or DNB exam. And the other one is other pathways to the FRCS Glasgow Part 3 exam. You can straight away go and get the post-nominal. So in a few details about each step. Step A, visual sciences. It is a 120 MCQ questions which you need to complete in 3 hours. It's a single best answer and there is no negative marking. So you can attempt all the questions. The topics covered are anatomy, neuroanatomy, vision, ocular physiology, biochemistry, biology, epidemiology and statistics, pathology and microbiology. So which are the books that you follow? The best are the American Academy of Ophthalmology series, then Basic Sciences in Ophthalmology by John Ferry, Basic Sciences in Practice by Forrester, Anatomy and Physiology of Eye by Dr. A.K. Kurana. Step B covers optics, refraction and instruments. This exam has 60 MCQs which you need to complete in 90 minutes. This is also single best answer, no negative marking. And the books that you need to follow is Clinical Optics by Elkington, which in my experience I felt it was the best one. Theory and Practice of Optics and Refraction by Dr. A.K. Kurana, Duke Elder's Practice of Refraction, and you can practice MCQs with Chua Optics MCQs which you can get online. Like I already said, combine A and B, that is visual sciences and optics and refraction. You can save time. You can do it as on the same day as separate exams. And the best time to take part A and B is during your second year of residency, because you will get an idea of what ophthalmology is in the first year and you will start reading on the basics which you can give the exam. And step C is clinical ophthalmology. This has 200 MCQs in 4 hours. Here also single best answer, no negative marking. All the clinical part of ophthalmology, that is general medicine related to ophthalmology, community and public health, ophthalmic pathology, tumors, neuroophthalmology, pediatrics, oculoplasty, cornea, lens, retina, uveitis, everything is covered in this. This can be given only after clearing steps A and B. And best time to give the exam is immediately following residency, because in residency you would have read up on all these things and you'll be fresh. Your theory will be fresh. And the books that you follow, you can follow any standard ophthalmology textbook. Kansky is one of the best books for that. Then AAO series. And for MCQs, you can follow Massachusetts Eye and Ear Infirmary Review Manual of Ophthalmology, Review Questions in Ophthalmology by Kenneth Chern, and Provision 5 series. Now coming to the Advanced 115 exam, it can be given only after clearing steps A, B and C. There are 10 extended matching questions and 75 MCQs, and the duration is 3 hours. It mainly tests clinical acumen, application of knowledge, common sense and decision making. And you will have to prepare all the subjects covered in all the previous steps of the exam. Now a few pearls I would like to share is that it is not mandatory that you read all the books that I've mentioned. It is important to read, understand and apply the basic textbooks, and you need to have a good base. Application of subject is more important than mugging MCQs. These exams, the questions are like you need to really read each option, because there will be one catch in each sentence and that will be the point which will exclude that as the answer. So there will be, when you read the question, you'll be like, okay, this could be the answer, the next one could be the answer. So you have to read it carefully with common sense. That's the one I want to emphasize. You need to have common sense and apply the basic knowledge that you have. Now a few words about ICO subspecialty exams. This is offered to ophthalmologists who have completed a minimum of 1 year of training in their chosen specialty. The exams are conducted in almost all the specialties like cornea, glaucoma, retina, oculoplasty, neurophthal, pediatrics and uveitis. So why should I prepare? The standard of education, patient care and training is variable across the globe and across India also. Various institutes you'll get good training, but there are certain institutes where doing a residency is merely a formality to get MD/MS postnominals. So such residents can brush up on their theory and practical by learning for FICO in a systematic manner. So this I've already mentioned just to highlight the best time to apply for ICO. Step A and B during the first year of residency if you're doing DO, or second year of residency if you're doing MS or DNB. For step C, it is better to plan immediately after completing your residency. An advanced exam can be given immediately or within a year of completing residency. Now the fee structure. Step A, this is an approximate. You'll get a better idea after you apply, because each year the amount goes up. Step A is around 460 Swiss francs, which comes to around 44,000 rupees. Step A and B combined, it is 610, which comes to 58,000 rupees. And step C and advanced is 760 Swiss francs, which comes to around 73,000. So how do you apply? Application for the exam can be submitted online via the ICO exam registration site. First, you need to create an account and register yourself, and the application process is pretty straightforward and simple. And exam fee can be paid online via wire transfer. This Dr. Chaitanya has already highlighted. Just a few pros. It's an internationally recognized postnominal, that is FICO, and there is exemption from step 1, 2A and 2B of FRCS Glasgow. And you can get an opportunity to pursue short-term and long-term sponsored fellowships. You'll get an amount to go abroad and observe. This is just an observership. And exposure to different working styles, reading and revising the subjects in systematic way. There are certain people who have the joy of giving exams, they can go for it. Then there are better future opportunities. You can add a postnominal to your CV. Cons, which I would like to highlight, is the financial impact, because this exam, usually you give in the initial period of your residency or the initial when you're setting up your practice. So financial impact is there. And another thing is that FIC is not a licensing exam. You don't it doesn't allow you to work in foreign countries like UK, Australia or UAE. And then also there is lack of exclusivity, because a lot of people are writing FICO nowadays. So it's just an addition to your CV. That's all. Thank you.
Thank you, Miriam, for the wonderful talk. Now I will